Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me this evening. Tonight's practice is going to be all about Haritha Trikonasana, and it's an open level Hatha fusion class. So we're going to work on fine-tuning our revolved triangle pose. And of course, not just in that fine-tuning of the revolving triangle that we're doing here, but we're also just getting back into the essence of our bodies and out of our analytical mind. I think whether you're working and practicing from home, you're kind of stuck in isolation, you're still very much in your analytical mind right now. I know I am. If I start thinking too much, it's almost overwhelming for my brain to kind of put into words what is really happening, right? So the best thing we can do is check out of our mind and really check back into our body. And that is what's going to help us through this, is this physical practice. It really helps shift the mind once we get out of that external kind of analytical environment and back into our truest embodiment, our essence, our physical body. So on that note, let's get started with pranayama, some breath work this evening. If you have something to sit up on, I recommend that. If you have blocks at home, you can use your blocks through this practice. So you may want to just have those handy nearby. If you don't have blocks, just use what you have. Some books, maybe you have a little stool or something you can use, or a water bottle. Get creative. You guys have tons of stuff at home. I'm sure you can find anything around that level to support you. We also have a strap, or you can use a belt or a tie, a scarf even could work if you're looking for something to use at home. And in this practice, we're gonna also try to use one blanket. So if you have a thicker blanket that you can actually utilize here and roll up so it's a nice thick roll. If you don't have a thicker blanket, you can also use a broomstick. So something kind of like a wooden dowel like this. So if you have even just a mop stick or a broomstick or something that was kind of like this wooden texture can work as well. This is actually what they would use in India. It's called a wooden dowel to do some of these exercises that we'll do tonight. We're just going to use it for one thing, so it's not very imperative that you have it, but it is nice to kind of help with opening up the calf muscles for some of my favorite calf opening. So again, if you have either a blanket or a wooden dowel, that's what we'll use that for. Just get those handy, ready, nearby for you, and then come to a comfortable seat. And if you want to use a blanket, a pillow, a block, something to kind of sit yourself up on, it's a great way to start our practice today. Welcome, namaste, thank you for coming. One thing I've always thought was very interesting is we typically end our practice with namaste, although namaste is a greeting. It is an acknowledgement of, hi, welcome, how are you? I see you, I acknowledge you, I am you, you are me, I see the light within you, I see the dark within you. So namaste, welcome, thanks for coming. Let's get started with some pranayama. So just come to a nice comfortable seat, but really work to lift your spine. Sit up tall, come from the base of your pelvis and lift up from there as much as possible. Roll your shoulders back so your collarbones can broaden. And you can rest your palms up on top of your thighs or knees, wherever feels more comfortable for you. Today we're going to go ahead and connect the thumb and the index finger. This is Iyana Mudra, Iyana just meaning your universal knowledge, or the mudra of knowledge. Well, from here, go ahead and close your eyes. Allow the eyelids to soften. Allow your breath to soften. The space in between your eyebrows to soften. And even the mind to begin to soften. Take a deep exhale, let all the air out. And a full breath in, filling up your lungs, your belly, your chest, opening and expanding in all directions. And again, full exhale, let all the air out. Full breath in, lifting your chest, filling the belly up as well, the side bodies, the rib cage. And slowly exhale, let all the air out. Again, deep breath in. This time, light tuck to your chin, lengthen through the back of your neck. Pause at the top of your inhale breath. And slowly let it out. Every last drop of air, release until there's nothing left. Pause at the bottom, and then again, full Ujjayi breath in. And allow your breath to be more audible. As you exhale, feeling the restriction in the back of your throat. And as you inhale that same restriction, hearing the sound of your breath. What does it sound like? Tuning into the senses, the feeling of the breath as it enters and exits out through the nasal passage, the roof of the mouth, the palate, as it skims all the way down into the back of the throat. And I invite you here as you breathe, just to start to check in with yourself. Not putting any labels on it, like good, bad, right, or wrong, but just checking in how your physical body is feeling. Maybe you notice any spots that are just calling out for attention. Noticing even your emotional body. How is that feeling? Again, no right or wrong, no good or bad, but just noticing. And sometimes we can't even put it into words. That's okay. It's just a process of awareness and noticing. Keep breathing, full, deep, expansive breaths in and out through the nose. And slowly begin to draw your palms together at your heart center. Lift your chest to your thumbs, press your thumbs back into your chest. I invite you here to set an intention. An intention for this practice, for this day, for this moment. What it is you'd like to call in or draw in more into your life. What qualities and gifts would you like to receive more of? Maybe that's stability, it's peace, clarity, it's truth, it's balance, it's love. What is it for you? Is it grace? Is it ease? Just finding some sort of essence, some sort of quality that you can invite into your being, into your body, into your breath, into this moment and practice. And just breathing that in here and now. Calling it in. Let's join together in the sound of Om 3 times. Start with a deep exhalation, let all the air go. And a full breath in to begin. Om. Bow your head to your heart, receive the vibration of Om. Receive your intention, your blessing. Release your palms to face up on top of your thighs. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest, lift your chin. And as you exhale, allow the gaze to slowly pull forward, your eyes to blink open. Welcome. and shift off of any props that you have underneath you. Take them over and out to the side. Let's get started in an all fours tabletop position. So just drawing your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes back behind you. And from here, take a nice deep inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, open the heart for cow pose, spinal extension. And then exhale to flex the spine, push the floor away, tuck the tail underneath you, gaze through your belly. Nice slow breath in, moving through the spine, lift the tail, open the chest, light bend to the elbows as you look up. Exhale, round the spine, draw the belly in, push the mat away, tuck, tuck through the bottom. And one more round, full breath in, open chest, lift the tail, drop the belly. Exhale, cat pose, push the floor away, pull the belly up off the floor, tuck the bottom under. And inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, take your first down dog here. Maybe it's the first one of the day. Maybe you've already been here and done this today, which is great. Wherever you're at, go ahead and just take a few moments to pedal out the legs. Bring some movements maybe into your hips. You can bring some movement into your neck, into your shoulders. There's really no right or wrong, no good or bad there as well. It's really just what feels good, what feels right for you and your body. Just find some movement, feel it out, and take a couple deeper breaths. And from here, walk your hands back towards your feet. Take Uttanasana, forward bend at the back of your mat. And from here, if you separate your feet out nice and wide, maybe hip width apart, or you can go even wider, like mat width apart. Bend your knees deeply. Check that the outer edges of your feet are more parallel. So that means turn the toes in slightly, heels out slightly. And then release the crown of your head down towards the mat. So you feel that full release of your spine, of the vertebra. And connect your fingertips to the floor, even bending the knees as deep as you need to get there. From here, we're just gonna rock side to side, straighten out through your right leg, keep your left knee bent deeply. And then slowly bend through your right knee, straighten your left leg out. And just do that a couple times, side to side, working one leg straight, other knee bent. And trying to push your hip back towards the wall behind you of your straight leg. And just switching that out. Coming back into center, both knees bent, release the crown of your head. And from here, press down through the big toe, push down through your heels and see if you can work your legs just a little straighter. And continue to pull the legs apart as you work them straight. And on your inhalation, light bend to your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands forward to the top of your mat, back to downward facing dog. Press forward and down with your hands, stretch your hips up and back. Lengthen out through your underarms. Press your chest back towards your thighs. And then lift the hips up nice and high. Press your thighs back, sink your heels down. Take one more deep breath in here. On your next inhalation, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, begin to walk forward to the top of your mat. Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Same thing here, feet hip width apart or wider. Light bend to your knees or a deep bend to your knees so the hands can connect to the mat. Release the crown of your head. Soften forward in your Uttanasana forward bend. Push down through your big toe mount. Push down through your heels and actively try to pull the heels apart as you work your legs a little straighter. On your inhalation, look forward, long spine. Exhale, bend your knees deeply and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Lunge. Come right up onto your fingertips, and if you need to, you can always use your blocks here. So taking your blocks to either side of your right leg, your right foot, your right ankle. Just, it's important that you check that your right ankle and your right knee are stacked in your lunge here. A lot of times that back leg likes to get a little lazy, but see if you can pull your back thigh up, push through your right foot, and pick your left thigh up even higher. Continue to firm your right foot down into the mat, and even hug the right hip back in towards the left side of your mat. Feel that engagement. Pull your sternum, your chest forward and out from your pelvis. Nice job, guys. Hold there. Take a deep breath. From here, take your blocks out to the side, plant your hands, and step your right foot back to meet your left plank pose, top of a push-up. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice job. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, look forward, pick your left leg up high, and exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Once again, come onto your fingertips or use your blocks. Stack that left knee and your left ankle. That right thigh gets a little lazy here, so work to pick it up. Push through your right toes, lift your right thigh up. Push through your left foot, firm your left foot into the floor, and sink a little deeper into that left knee. Pull your sternum, your chest forward, lunge pose, hold here, breathe. And keep that right thigh lifting up. Engage through your back knee. One more deep breath in, chest forward. And this time, exhale, step forward to the top of your mat, Uttanasana, forward bend. Nice, take an inhale breath here. Again, lift your sternum, lift your chest, look forward. Exhale, deepen into your knees. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Again, lunge. Coming on to the fingertips or your blocks. Inhale, pull your heart space forward, chest forward. Pick your back thigh up from your right foot into the floor. Sink deep into that right knee. And see if you can sink your back heel back slightly. One more breath to pull the chest forward. And this time as you exhale, take your right hand inside of your right foot and shimmy your right foot out wide for a lizard lunge here. Now you can drop to your elbows, maybe using your blocks or some sort of support here. You can single layer or double layer your blocks. Or just resting the elbows straight down onto the mat if that feels good for you. Awesome job from here. Same thing, try to pick your back thigh up. Notice how that left leg and hip want to sag and get a little lazy. See if you can push your back thigh up towards the ceiling and lift your left kneecap up. Feel the fire, the tapas, the heat starting to burn into your leg, and really check in there. Push more weight into your right foot. Nice job from here. Plant your palms back down. Props out to the side. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Plank pose, top of a push-up. Hold your plank. Push the floor away. Try to tuck the tail under and lift the side bodies, the ribs, up towards the ceiling, like you're punching the floor. Nice. From there, take an inhale, look forward. Hinge forward right to the tips of your toes so your shoulders come past your wrist. And then exhale, bend your elbows 1, 2, or 3 inches. And push yourself back up, down, down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward, lunge. Coming again onto your fingertips or using your blocks for high lunge. Again, check in with your left foot, firm it down into the floor. Get some muscular energy into your left leg. And then see if you can pick your right thigh up. Engage your back kneecap. Keep pulling your right thigh up. Nice job, sternum, chest forward. Awesome, last breath there. And transition to lizard lunge. Take your left foot out towards the left. Drop down onto your elbows, the same thing you did on the other side. Notice how that back knee wants to get a little lazy, a little droopy. See if you can activate it. Pick your right thigh up a little higher. Keep pushing the weight down into your left foot. Pull your chest forward. Give yourself another breath there. Push into your left foot. Pull your sternum chest forward. Feel the burn. And then slowly release the props out to the side. Hands down. Step back again to plank pose. Top of a push-up. Hold your plank. Stack your wrists and your shoulders. Instead of dropping through the belly, push the floor away. Find a little bit more of an arc, a rainbow in your body. Nice. Inhale here. Look forward. Hinge forward. Exhale, bend the elbows. 1, 2, or 3 inches. Flip over your toes. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips up and back. From here, inhale, right leg high. Sink your left heel down. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Nice. Drop your back knee, your left knee to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, sink your right knee forward and down. As you inhale, reach your fingertips up and back. Take another breath here. Palms through heart center on your exhale. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, twist. Take your left elbow to your right knee. Press through your palms and inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn, twist a little deeper. Gaze through your right shoulder, your right elbow. As you inhale, try to peel your belly up off your right thigh. As you exhale, press your left elbow into your right knee. Push your palms together, twist a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale for length. Exhale for depth. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, return your hands to your mat. Step back. Plank pose, top of a push-up. Hold your plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower 1, 2, or 3 inches. Flip over your toes. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward. Drop your back knee down, Anjaneyasana, and tuck your back toes, and inhale, come up. As you exhale, sink forward into your front knee. Allow the hips to pull forward. As you inhale, lift up a little higher. Reach back a little further. Take 1 more breath here. Palms through heart center. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn, twist. Right elbow, hook it outside the left knee. Press your palms together as you inhale. Lift the belly up off the thigh. Exhale, turn, twist a little deeper. Nice job, guys. Inhale, press through the palms. Lift through the chart. And exhale, twist. 1 more deep breath there. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, release your hands to your mat. Lift your back knee up and step forward to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. On your inhale, come all the way up. Big reach, stretch all the way up. Give your palms a squeeze, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, both arms up, reach up, stretch up. Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. Uttanasana, curl in. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, pause there as you hug your chest into your thighs. Take your left leg back behind you and bend your left knee so the heel comes in towards the glute. Keep both knees bent, including your right knee. Try to connect your chest and your right thigh. Try to connect your left heel and your glute. And then from here, crown of the head towards your right toes. Lift your left knee up as high as it will go towards the ceiling. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And then work your right leg straight. Work your left leg straight. Kick it up. One more deep breath in to pull your chest up off your right thigh. As you exhale, pull your chest in a little closer towards your right thigh. Stretch your left leg up a little higher. Exhale, slowly release left foot to meet right. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Find extension, bend your knees. Exhale, chest to thighs. Pull your right foot up off the floor, heel to glute. Keep both knees bent deeply. Try to pull your chest in towards your left thigh, the crown of your head towards your left toes. Pick your right knee up towards the ceiling. Keep picking that right knee up towards the ceiling, heel to buttock. And then work your left leg straight. From there, work your right leg straight. Kick it out. On your inhale, find just a little space in your belly. Pull your chest forward. Exhale, pull your chest in closer towards your left thigh and kick your right leg up even higher. Slowly release. Uttanasana. Right foot meets left. Forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. On your inhale, come all the way up. Arms up, reach up, stretch up. Big squeeze of your palms, look up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Great job. From here, I'm going to recommend that you turn and face the long edge of your mat. And take your blocks back behind you. One to the left, one to the right. Maybe starting on the taller section of your blocks. And stand in the middle of your mat, facing that long edge. Tadasana, mountain pose. Press down through your feet, lift up through your chest. Take your palms together, elbows out wide. Light bend to your knees and hop or step out to a wide stance. When I say wide stance, you want to try to get your ankles as wide as your wrist. Turn your toes in slightly, heels out slightly. Nice job. And then from here, we're going to practice Trikonasana, triangle pose. Turn your right toes out 90 degrees. Your left toes angle them in just slightly. Extend your arms and your legs completely straight. Full breath in to lift your chest. And exhale, reach forward with your right arm as far out as you possibly can reach. Nice job. Push on the gas pedal with your right foot. Hold here. Take a deep breath in to lift your chest. And as you exhale, stretch it out a little further. Take your right hand down, maybe to that block. If you don't have a block, you can seek up your right shin. Or maybe hold onto your right thigh. Just avoid the knee. As you inhale, pull your sternum, your chest forward and out. As you exhale, rotate your belly from right to left. Push through your right big toe. Lift your right kneecap up. Engage your right thigh, your quadricep. Press through your back, outer heel. Pull your left glute, buttock in and under. Once again, as you inhale, pull your sternum and chest forward. As you exhale, twist and open your heart a little further. Up towards the ceiling. Shoulders out of your ears. Last breath here. On your inhalation, come up to a T. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes out. Right toes in just a smidge. Left toes point straight back and out towards the left. Deep breath in, both arms, legs straight. Exhale, reach forward, hinge forward. Extend out through your left fingertips. Hold there. Strong legs, breath in to lift your heart. Exhale, slowly descend, left hand down. Do the same thing you did on the other side using your block or your shin. As you inhale, pull the chest forward. As you exhale, turn, twist through the belly, through the ribs. Push on the gas pedal with your left foot. Find more energy and strength. Lift up through your left kneecap. Press through the outer rim of your right foot. Hug the right buttock, hip under. And as you inhale, pull the chest forward again. Shoulders out of your ears. As you exhale, turn and twist the belly, the chest more open. Give yourself another breath there. Check in with those legs. Keep them active. And inhale, slowly rise all the way back up to a T. Turn your left toes in. Hands to your hips. Prasartha Padottanasana, hug your elbows. Inhale, lift your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, come straight forward through center. Hands underneath your shoulders. Maybe even coming right onto the fingertips. As you inhale, pull your sternum, your chest forward. As you exhale, bow forward. Walk your hands in between your feet. Work to get the crown of your head closer towards the floor. Press down through the outer rims of your feet and lift the inner arches of your feet. Try to lift your kneecaps. Try to lift the backs of your thighs even higher. Try to lift the buttocks up even higher. Inhale, hands back underneath your shoulders, extend out through your spine. Exhale, take your left hand forward right in front of your chest, your heart space. And inhale, turn, twist your right arm up towards the ceiling. Shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, chest, sternum forward through your chin. As you exhale, turn, twist a little deeper. Inhale, look down. Exhale, switch out your hands. Right hand down underneath your chest. Inhale, left arm, twist it open. Exhale, shoulders out of your ears. Firm your legs. As you inhale, pull the sternum forward. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, look down. Exhale, release. Take your hands to your hips, hug your elbows, and inhale, lift yourself back up. Nice job. Turn your right toes out 90 degrees. Turn your left toes all the way in, 75 to 80 degrees, so your left hip pulls all the way forward, and now your hips are turned to face the right side of your mat, your right foot. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, and square your pelvis towards that short edge. Press through your back heel so much that you start to lift and straighten through your back leg. Give your tailbone a little tuck here. Pull it under and lift the belly up, the front of the spine up. Inhale, both arms up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms, hands back behind you. Keep pulling your chest forward, fingers back. Now take your right hip back in space. Try to take your right hip towards your right hand. Take your left hip forward and down towards your right foot. Slowly release your fingertips to your block or to the floor, wherever you can hold. As you inhale, try to lift your sternum, your chest forward. As you exhale, bow forward over your right leg. We'll pull the right hip back in space towards the wall behind you. Take your left hip forward and down towards your right heel. Inhale, just come up slightly, belly up off the thigh, and as you exhale, fold in a little deeper. Inhale, lift your sternum, lift your chest. Exhale, hands to your hips, light bend to the front knee if you're hypermobile, ladies. As you inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, turn, twist to the left. Left toes point straight towards the left side of your mat. Turn your hips, your pelvis to face the left side of your mat. Same thing here, ground through your back heel, even if you need to shorten the stance a little. Push through your right heel and straighten through your right leg. Once again, take the buttock under and try to lift the pubic bone up towards the head, the belly up. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, airplane, fly the arms back, chest forward. Keep your chest pulling forward. Try to pull your left hip back in space, your right hip forward and down. Feel that stretch, push on the gas pedal with your left foot, full breath in to extend your heart. Exhale, slowly bow over your left leg, releasing your hands to your block, or maybe the floor. Do the best you can do. It's all that matters. And it's perfect. Left hip back, right hip forward and down. As you inhale, pull the belly up off the thigh slightly. And as you exhale, fold over the left thigh. Take it in a little deeper. Keep trying to work that left hip back, right hip forward. On your next inhalation, slowly lift your chest halfway. Exhale, bend through your elbows, hands to hips. If you're hypermobile, keep that front knee bent as you inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn back to center. Last Prasarta, widen your stance, about 1.5 feet. Awesome job. Hug through your elbows. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take it forward through the center of your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Full breath in. Spinal extension. Look forward. Chest forward. Exhale, bow forward. Curl into spinal flexion. Crown of the head towards the floor. Notice how easy it is for those legs to relax here. You just kind of want to hang out. See if you can press through the feet, lift through the arches, lift through the kneecaps, lift through the backs of the thighs, lift through the buttocks. Keep that action, that engagement, the burning sensation of the muscles working. Nice job. From here, inhale, find a halfway lift, extend the spine. Exhale, hands to your hips, elbows squeeze and inhale, reach up, come up, stretch up. Nice job. Exhale, shimmy those feet back together, close it up. Woo, shake it out. All right, guys, drop down to, or actually let's do this. Grab your blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you can use a wooden dowel. You're gonna roll that blanket up or take the dowel behind the backs of the thighs. Let me see what you guys got. You got blankets? Awesome. So let's take that blanket to behind the knees. Directly behind the backs of your knees as you're standing. And if you can, bend the knees and pinch the blanket or that wooden dowel, that broomstick, behind the backs of the knees. From there, walk your hands forward, release your knees onto your mat, and untuck your toes back behind you. Take a seat onto your blanket or your dowel. Now, both cases, it's a little extreme here, whether you're using a dowel or a blanket. It's good stuff, though. Give yourself a little wiggle, a little shimmy from side to side. It's kind of like a self-massage. And the calf muscles can get really dense and tight, as well as the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs. We're just kind of working there with a little bit of a self-massage technique. You might feel a little hot spot, a little trigger point, a hurts so good spot. Once you find that, just give it a little wiggle, a little movement in that area, working it out. And slowly transition that blanket just a little bit further down. And then same thing, we're just gonna go side to side. Little bit of wiggle, little bit of movement. Just working that stuff out. Now, if this doesn't feel like much for you, I recommend leaning back. That will help you feel a lot more. If it's a little too much, you can lean forward or use your blocks just to kind of support yourself, some of the body weight, rather than fully on your blanket. The same thing here, see if you can move that blanket a little bit lower, more towards the bottom, calf, the Achilles. Wiggling it out side to side. And from here, slowly taking yourself off of your blanket. Take your blanket out in front of you. Come all the way up to stand. That blanket roll, keep it rolled up, so if it lost its bulk, its roll, go ahead and re-roll it. If you don't have a blanket, you can also use your blocks here. And you're just gonna step, so the ball of the foot and the toes are on your blanket. Or you could potentially do this and step onto the edge of your block, although it's a little harder with the block sometimes. It's kind of like on the curb, right? If you're using a curb. And sometimes I do this when I'm pumping gas. You know how you can just step onto the edge of the curb next to the gas pump and give yourself a little calf stretch. So start with the knees bent. and forward fold here. Take your hands to your blanket or maybe your blocks or the floor. You can walk your feet out a little wider, especially for the gentlemen and even the ladies here that are a little tighter in their hamstrings. Bend your knees as deep as you need to. Okay? Once you have that, push the weight into the balls of the feet, the mounds of the feet, and see if you can work your legs just a little straighter. Same thing as we started our practice today. I recommend bending your left knee and see if you can work your right leg a little straighter. Push your right hip back towards the wall behind you. And then switch it out. Bend your right knee, stretch your left leg a little straighter. Left hip back towards the wall behind you. Do that again a couple more times on your own, just feeling it out. Maybe even both legs straight if you can get them there. And from here, slowly, hands to hips, hug your elbows, maybe a little bend to the knees as you slowly lift yourself back up. Step off of your blanket. Woo, those legs should be feeling pretty good now. Blanket out to the side. And go ahead and take your blocks forward out in front of you. Take them onto the higher setting so you can access those. Once again, coming back to that middle section of your mat. Hands to your hips, step your feet out wide. Same stance as before, nice and wide in your stance for Prasartha Padottanasana. Press down through the outer rims of your feet, hug through your elbows, lift through your chest. Find spinal extension here. And as you exhale, hinge forward, keep the spine extended. The heart pulling forward out of your pelvis. Take your hands to your blocks. Nice job. Now keep that spinal extension as much as possible, and I'm going to just switch the angle here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. For spinal extension, instead of the round in your spine, see if you can stick the butt back as much as it will go and pull your chest forward, out from the pelvis as much as that will go as well. So you're lengthening from the tail all the way through the collarbone, the breastbone. As much as possible, try to lift up through the back of the sacrum, towards the back of the head. Give yourself another breath there, really extending out through the spine, the chest. Nice. And hands to hips, hug through the elbows, and inhale, slowly lift yourself back up. From here, turn your right toes out 90 degrees. Wrap those left toes all the way in again, 75 to 80 degrees, so it should point towards that left front corner of your mat. Now, if the back heel is not on the floor, shorten your stance until you get both legs straight, both heels grounded. From here, take your hands back behind you. If you can, reverse prayer, palms together. If palms can't come together, do fists together or grab opposite wrist or elbow. Do what you can. Hug through the elbows, lift through the chest, tuck through the buttocks. Take an inhale, like spinal extension. Keep the chest up, up, up. As you exhale, pull your heart space, your chest forward as much as possible. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Deep breath in, chest forward, butt up and back. Exhale, bow over your right leg. If at any point you need to release your hands to your blocks, feel free. Otherwise, see if you can work your legs to balance with your hands behind you. Oh my, we can be in a bind and how we can use what we have as we are bound to circumstances to make the best out of it, to find strength. So here in this pose, finding strength in your legs to support you as we're bound in the arms. Right hip back, left hip forward. Deep breath in, just find a little lift in your heart space, and as you exhale, fold in a little deeper. From here, inhale, just come up slightly. As you exhale, release your hands to your blocks. If they're over towards the long edge of your mat, just give them a little move. Pull your right hip back in space, left hip forward and down. Take that right thumb and hook it into your right thigh, your right hip. Push the right hip back, back, back. As much as possible, anchor the right thigh hip back. Pull your chest forward through the wall in front of you. Move your left hand to the block outside of your right ankle, or just transition it to a block if possible. If that's inaccessible, keep it inside of the foot. That's great. As you inhale, chest forward. As you exhale, turn, twist to the right. Take your right shoulder back. Take your right hip back. Maybe stretch your right arm up. As you inhale, heart space pulls forward, out from the hips. Exhale, turn and twist your belly, your shoulders. Pull them out of your ears. Push on the gas pedal with your right foot. Use the strength in your legs to twist yourself a little deeper. On your next inhale, look down. Exhale, hands to your blocks. Turn your feet through center. All the way over towards the left side. Use your blocks, take them with you. Transition. Ground the blocks down and slowly lift yourself back up, hands to your hips. Same thing here, take that left hip back, right hip forward. Try to get the buttocks under. Take your hands behind you, go for the same back bind that you did on the other side. As you inhale, lift the chest. Work both legs strong. Keep those legs strong as you exhale, hinge forward with your heart. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Take your left hip back, right hip forward and down. As you inhale, extend out through your chest. As you exhale, bow over your left leg. Again, try to get that left hip to pull back. Your legs stay strong here as that right hip pulls forward. Again, it's easy to want to relax those legs. But use the strength of your legs to keep you stable and grounded. 2 more breaths. On your next inhalation, come up halfway. Release the hands to your blocks. Take your left thumb into your left hip crease. Push the left thigh back in space. Pull your breastbone, the chest forward in space. Start to turn and twist the belly over towards the left shoulder back. Keep your legs strong, left hip back, maybe that left arm up. As you inhale, sternum chest pulls forward, out from the pelvis, and as you exhale, twist a little deeper from right to left. Keep the legs strong, push through the mound of your big toe on the left foot. Push through the back heel on your back foot. Give yourself another breath to fully extend out and twist yourself a little deeper, shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, look down. Exhale, hands to your blocks. Slowly turn, pivot back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, outer rims of your feet parallel. Lift the backs of your thighs, your buttocks up high. Exhale, fold forward, hands in between your feet, crown of your head down towards the mat. With each inhale breath, just come up slightly. Pull the belly up off the thighs. And as you exhale, pull yourself in a little deeper, like a core, like a crunch in your core. Release all the air out from your belly. On your inhale breath, lift your spine, lengthen out. Exhale, hands to your hips, give your elbows a squeeze. And inhale, come all the way back up. Ooh, nice job, guys. Shimmy those legs back together. Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to slowly turn, face the front of your mat. Plant your hands down, take a quick downward facing dog. And I recommend from here, just starting from a plank pose, top of a push-up. From your plank pose, separate your feet hip width apart or wider, and then lift your hips up and back for the full extension of your dog pose. Press the floor forward and down. Lift your hips up and back. From here, take a deep breath in, right leg high. Exhale, sink your left heel towards the floor. Sink the left heel down. And then slowly lower your right foot back down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, sink your right foot, right heel down towards the floor. Get a nice calf stretch there. And then slowly lower your left foot to the mat. For revolved triangle on the floor. Inhale, right leg high, left heel down. Exhale, knee to chest. Hold there. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight out towards the right. As much as possible, take your right leg, towards the left. And then take your right toes all the way up towards the front of your mat as much as possible and drop your right hip towards the floor. Bridget's cross, you guys got this. Walk your hands forward and drop to your elbows. Try to keep your back toes tucked behind you. And Jeff, it's okay here to bend your right knee. So if the right knee needs to bend, the hamstring's a little tight there, that's perfect. See if you can pick your back thigh up and keep your back toes tucked. And just breathe here for a couple of breaths. Keep turning your belly from left to right. Nice job. From here, plant your palms back under your shoulders. Lift yourself back up. Take your right leg straight back, three-legged dog, left heel back down into the floor. And right foot to meet left. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Try to sink your right heel down. And exhale, knee to chest. Take your left foot over towards the right. Slide it way out as far as it will go and up towards the front of your mat. Then drop your left hip down. Try to keep those back toes tucked as best as you can. You can drop to your elbows, your forearms. And from here, see if you can push your elbows down into the floor and pull your sternum, your chest forward. Try to keep those back toes tucked behind you. Last breath here. And from there, planting the palms back under your shoulders. Lift yourself back up. And back to three-legged dog. Sink your right heel down. Stretch it out. Left foot to meet right. Back to downward facing dog. Drop down to your knees. Come over onto your back with your strap. For Supta Padangusthasana. So use a belt, a strap, a scarf, a tie, whatever you guys got. Unless you don't need it and you can just do peace fingers to right big toe, that works great as well. So lying flat down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Lasso up the ball of your right foot and extend your right leg straight. Take your left leg straight forward out in front of you onto the floor. Hold your straps in your right hand or your belt into your right hand. And keep flexing your right toes back toward your head so the back of your right leg extends straight. Push the right heel up towards the ceiling. Even if you need to back off a little bit, try to get that right leg straight. Just check in with yourself there. Ask yourself if it's straight. Do your best. Work to straighten it even more. Pull it in a little closer towards your chest. Hold your strap as close as you can towards your right foot. Take your left arm out towards the left. Firm your left leg. Flex your left toes back. Full breath in, both legs strong. And exhale, turn the right toes out to open the right leg up. Try to reach your right toes towards the floor. And you'll notice that left hip wants to lift up off the floor. Try to keep it grounded. Firm your left leg just as much as your right. Shoulders underneath you. As you inhale, lengthen, strengthen your legs. As you exhale, stretch out just a little further, a little deeper. Take the fullest extent of your capacity. Inhale for awareness, for strength. Exhale, take it a little deeper for depth. Couple more breaths. On your inhalation, hoist your right leg back up through center. Exhale, switch out the strap so now it's holding into your left hand. Take your right thumb right into the hip crease of the right thigh. Push the flesh of your right thigh forward, and you should feel that right hip come away from the armpit. The whole right side body starts to lengthen. Deep breath in here, both legs straight. As you exhale, take your right leg towards the left about 1 to 3 inches. Pause there and yet again try to push your right thigh forward away from your body, creating space between that right hip bone and your right armpit. Maybe you can go just a little deeper, an inch or so. Hold there and breathe. On your next inhale, hoist your right leg back up through center. Exhale, hold there, both hands to your strap. Inhale, lift your head up off the floor. And as you exhale, take your nose to your knee, pull your knee back into your nose. Slowly release. Release the strap out to the side and hug both knees back into the chest. We'll do the same thing here as you did on the other side. Lasso at the ball of your left foot this time. Extend your left leg straight. Once again, gathering the straps into your left hand. Extend your right leg straight. Flex your left toes back towards your head. Firm your right thigh down. Stretch your left leg straight. And even looking at that left knee, just inquiring to yourself if it's straight or not. Work it a little straighter. Even if you gotta back off a little, straighten it out and then pull it in a little closer. Flex your toes towards your head. Firm both legs, deep breath in. Turn your left toes out as you exhale. Open the left leg out towards the left. Use that right arm as a little stability. Hold your right side body down. Keep the right leg strong, left leg strong. Deep breath in, shoulders underneath you. And as you exhale, can you extend out a little further? Can you stretch out a little deeper? Again, inhale for more awareness and more strength in both legs. As you exhale, extend out even further, lengthen. Give yourself another breath or two there. And on your inhale breath, hoist your left leg back up through center. Exhale, switch out your hands. So now your right hand holds your strap. Take your left thumb, your left hand into the flesh of your left thigh. Push the hip out from the shoulder. Slowly start to take your left leg towards the right, 1 to 3 inches till you start to feel that outer IT band stretch. You can even feel it down into the ankle, the calf, the entire outer rim of your thigh. Breathe there. Keep pushing the flesh of the left thigh forward, hip forward, get it out of the armpit. Maybe you can go an inch or so deeper. Continue to breathe. On your next inhale, slowly lift the leg back up through center. Exhale, both hands to your strap. Keep both legs straight and strong. Take an inhale, head and shoulders above the floor. As you exhale, hold the nose into the knee into the nose, pull it in. Exhale, release. Take the strap out to the side, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a couple rock and rolls onto your spine as you slowly start to make your way all the way back up to downward facing dog. Cross your ankles, plant your hands. Lift the hips up and back, down, down. And inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk forward to the top of your mat, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, bow forward, curl back in. On your inhale, come all the way up. Big stretch, big reach. Extend out through your arms, gaze up. Exhale, palms to heart center, pull in. Great job, guys. We're going to practice our last revolved triangle. So take your blocks once again to that long edge of your mat, the side that's behind you. You can come to the center of your mat here, setting up again in your Tadasana mountain pose. Once you're ready for that, fingertips to touch, elbows out wide, hopper step out to about a 4-foot stance. Take your hands to your hips. Turn your right toes out 90 degrees. Turn your left toes, pivot them all the way in 75 to 80 degrees. Great job. And then from here, take that right hip back, left hip forward. Once again, tuck the buttocks under as much as possible. Take the right hip back, left hip forward again. Continue to pull the buttock under, back leg straight. If the back heel is lifted, shorten your stance. Take the right thumb into your right hip crease. Pull the flesh of the right thigh back. Inhale, left arm up, reach it out. Exhale, extend forward with your left arm. Right hip back, right hip back, right hip back. Take your left hand to the block outside of your right leg. Maybe starting onto your fingertips here. As you inhale, extend your chest forward and out, even gaze forward. As you exhale, right hip back, start to twist your belly from left to right. Stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe the right palm can ground into your blocks. As you inhale, pull your chest forward. Right hip back. As you exhale, try to stretch your left heel down into the floor. Keep pushing on the gas pedal with the right foot. One more breath here to lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist, take the space you create. On your inhale, look down. Exhale, both hands release, and inhale, sweep yourself up and over to the other side, windmill. Left hand to left hip. Left toes point straight back to the left side of your mat. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward, square off your pelvis. Take the buttock under, pull the left hip back, deep breath in to extend the right arm up. Exhale, stretch forward with your right arm, chest through your fingertips. Take your right hand to the block outside your left ankle. Maybe starting on the fingertips as you inhale to get a little lift in the belly and the chest. Turn and twist from right to left, left shoulder back. Maybe dropping the right palm down, left arm up. As you inhale, keep the legs straight, kneecaps lifted, extend the heart space forward. As you exhale, twist your belly a little deeper from right to left. Again, strong legs, back heel grounded as you inhale, lengthen the heart space, the belly. Exhale, take the space you create. Inhale, look down. Exhale, slowly begin to release, and as you inhale, windmill, open up to a T position. Exhale, hopper step back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Woo, good job, guys. Come on down to your mats, take a seat. Legs straight forward out in front of you. Dandasana, staff pose. Reach back behind you, move the soft tissue up and out. Ground your palms down by the side of your hips, lift your chest. Nice job, roll your shoulders back, deep breath in. And exhale here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward, peace fingers to big toes. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, lift your spine, elevate your chest. Exhale, bow forward over your legs, fold in, Paschimottanasana. As you inhale, lift the belly slightly. And as you exhale, dive in a little deeper, forward bend. We're here for about 3 more breaths. On your next inhalation, slowly begin to lift your chest, look up for spinal extension, and exhale, release. Slowly begin to come onto your back. Have a block handy nearby in that medium height position. Push down through your feet, lift up through your hips, and slide that block underneath your sacrum. Now, if you don't have a block, you can just do this at the wall. So you can lift your legs up the wall for a little inversion here, as we did a lot with the legs today. Try to draw your shoulder blades underneath you. Push your sacrum into your block or the floor and extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling. You could do one at a time. Try to roll your shoulders underneath you a little more, Brianna, so your chest puffs. Nice job, yes. And then feel your sacrum ground down into your block. You can do just one leg at a time, or maybe you prefer to do both. Feel it out. Maybe bring a little movement there into your ankles and your toes. Dancing a little with your toes is good too. And from here, slowly release one foot back at a time. Press down through your feet, lift up through your hips, slide the block out from underneath you, and slowly roll your spine back down. Give your knees a little hug into your chest, a final squeeze. And then resting into your final Shavasana, horse pose. Take your palms to face up by the side of your hips. Roll your shoulders underneath you. Take a deep breath. Release all the air out of your body. Feel your chest drop, your belly drop. Again, deep exhale, release all the air out of your body. Feel your head drop, your eyelids soften. Allow the skin in and around your face to release.
Lying in stillness for just a few more moments. Allowing yourself to drop in a little deeper. Just take a moment to breathe into your body. Some deeper breaths, some conscious awareness, how you're feeling, and again, from the physical to the subtle body, to the energetic body, to the feeling body. Maybe giving yourself a good morning stretch, lengthening from in to end. Or a little hug, a little squeeze. If you haven't received a hug, hug yourself, nourish yourself, give yourself a little love. And slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. I invite you to switch out the cross of your legs, and if you'd like to sit up onto your cushion, your blanket, or your block, you're welcome to. Once again, taking your palms to face up on top of your knees, your thighs. Just give yourself a nice extended spine, lift your heart, roll your shoulders back. And even take your weight back slightly, so lean back just a little bit. Just feel your body come into the present moment, presence of your body, presence of your breath, the here and the now. Just check in once again, notice the shifts from the beginning of this practice until now. Reminding yourself of your intention, the essence, the qualities, the gifts, energetic frequencies that you'd like to continue to cultivate in your life and your practice. Join your palms together at your heart center. Lift your chest into your thumbs. Anchor your thumbs back into your chest. Allow the eyelids to soften, turning inside to the internal awareness. Let's join together in one final Om. Deep exhale, release all the stale energy out. And a full breath in to begin. To your heart, receive that vibration. This vibration of Om being the sound that our great mother, Mother Earth, makes. It's a sound that she vibrates at, the frequency of her vibration in space.
said to be known as the vibration of oneness, to know that we are all one, collective. We share this home together. As we may be isolated in a sense, this is a time to be introspective, introverted, to not only practice our own personal self-care. By doing so, honoring yourself and your body, you're also healing Mother, our great Mother, our home, our earth, our planet. So thank you for all you are doing to help and heal yourself. As a collective, we are helping each other. With all my love and devotion, I miss you guys. I love you guys. I thank you for being here and spending your time and energy together. Namaste.